One thing I might do, we're having a little bit of chilly weather. I put this these little fiberglass insulation pieces up in here. The wind's been blowing them over. I bet I could make something to kind of stick those up in place to hold them where they wouldn't flop down. I've been thinking about that. I wonder what I can come up with to do that with. So the next thing I'm going to do before I make shelf brackets is I've got a little piece of barn tin here, and I'm going to cut some pieces of it and use it. If you look over there toward the RV, you'll see that silver insulation on the bottom. Well, it tends to fall over kind of exactly like what you see. If you look at that back lower left piece, you can see there's a piece laying down. What I want to do is cut a little piece of this, make some screw holes in it that I can get some screws that fit in kind of snug and push them into that insulation. The insulation isn't strong enough to hold the screw, but I'm thinking if that piece of tin is there between two pieces of it, it'll maybe be strong enough to keep the wind from blowing over those little pieces like that. And so I'm sitting here, and there's the grinder, here's the metal. It seems like a perfect time just to reach up here. I'm using my Joker tripod, by the way, and it's working out fabulously. It has this little thing that cranks up and down. I can set the camera on there and then crank it back up or adjust it, set it at an angle, whatever I want to do. It's really good. Thanks again for that, Joe. So I'm just going to, basically all I'm going to do is just cut a bunch of strips. And I was thinking on the, well, actually I'm thinking about doing it on the corners, but on the corners I can put a screw straight through. I wouldn't even need a strip for that. So I generally wear my glasses when I'm doing this. It's just these aren't necessarily safety glasses, but they'll keep most of the sparks sort of out of my eyeballs. That may be enough for a good start. Got some wood over here. I'm thinking what I might do is just get me some self-tapping screws and run them into that. So I've got these little self-tapping roofing screws here. They're threaded, and what I think I can do is just run one of these down into that and back up, and then put a regular screw through there, and I think the threads will almost fit. But that's the roofing screw there. This is the kind of screw that I want to use. My thinking is that this thread will go in here snug so that I can put it in there where this part will kind of be staying put, and I can shove this part into the insulation board. Now what I may do is do a couple of holes on each end of this. I may put some holes a little closer to the center of it. Give me a little bit more of an option to put a couple of screws right together. These things will join right here in the middle. Okay, before we do more, let's take one of these over, set it in place, and try it. I think I'll leave this drill here, and I'll get another one with this type of end on it. Y'all come with me, and you can watch what I'm about to do. And we can see together how well this works. We'll sort of set you out here. Oh, thanks again, Joe. That worked so well. It's one of them spots where I don't want to really knee. Get my under there. I've got one of these little garden pad things that I tend to sit on. You see up here on this end, I can literally shove one of these right into the end of that, hold it in place. Yeah, I should be able to just push this all the way in. And then we'll take this one. And these aren't awfully strong. I think they're strong enough to hold this. You know, they should be strong enough to keep the wind from blowing it away. And I may put a couple of extra ones down on the lower side. The thing about this is I haven't done a lot of damage here. I can pull these out and put them away when I get ready to pull this off. We're going to go on down to Florida in I don't know, a month or so. Go down and see Eric Colson and them. So we're going to want to be pulling this stuff off. But if I set it up right, I should be able to pull it off and put it back on when we need it again. Now I may not really even need it. I mean, this is Georgia. It's not all that cold. Another thing I thought about doing, I've got a screw here, but I thought about maybe getting another piece of metal, wrapping it around here. I may do that because I don't feel like that gives me a real good connection right here. So what I might do is just see if I can back that screw out. Go make me another one of those little corner pieces. Just to give me a little extra snug there. Let's go do that. I'm just leaving y'all running while I walk, and then I can edit out these parts in the middle. Ooh, what a joy. Okay, now I'm going to also use this board to bend this with. I'm going to put that right there. And just now I've got me a corner piece. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll grab a couple more screws and we'll go put this one on. Well, I'll take y'all with me again. This little tripod is handy. Thanks again, Joe. Now, I could probably buy some little pieces of metal like this from the hardware store, but luckily I've got the skills to make them. This doesn't cost me much. I'm making them out of what I already got. I think that's pretty snug. I got one more up front. It's kind of doing the same way. All I need for that one is some straight pieces. So I'm going to go out and drill out 2 more straight pieces. We'll put them on the front. The rest of these have all stayed in place pretty well. You know, we left and went home for a couple months. Came back and we'd only had 2 of these fall down. The other thing I might do is throw a light under there. Sometimes when you have something like this, if you insulate it and you put a light under it, it'll keep it from freezing. I'm not actually worried about anything freezing, but I'm thinking the little bit of extra warmth up under the floor, even just a light bulb, if it makes the floor of the RV any warmer, it's going to make it more comfortable inside. You don't really have to worry about freezing until it gets below freezing. And to be honest with you, the weathers we're having here, they're not all that cold. I can leave something dripping and they'll be fine. If I wanted to, I've got this blue water hose here, which is not supposed to break. It's supposed to be, it's actually made for an RV. It's supposed to be, you know, resistant to breaking if it freezes. But I could, you know, wrap that in. I've got some heat tape that I brought from up yonder, but I don't really think I'm going to need it. I'll go ahead and make 2 more of these, drill out 2 more. I've already got them cut. And then we'll put them way up front there. And then we'll take a step back, take a look, see where we're at, figure it out from there. And I'll bring y'all along with me again. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm missing my tailgate.
Yeah, really.
Come on, go down the lake.
There goes Charlie. Honeybabe's taking him down to the lake for a walk. He's so cute. mentioned I was going to go get a light. I'm going to get that right now. What I'll do is just slide this light right up under here. Probably it's an especially good place for it since the water stuff is back on this end of the vehicle. By the way, I've noticed that people down here in Georgia have a real fun time telling me about how cold it's going to get. And you know, they know we just came down here from Maine. And they'll say, well, you came at the wrong time. It's fixing to get really cold. And, you know, if you've never lived in a place like Maine, you don't know what really cold is. I mean, down here, yeah, it gets cold. I've had it. I remember I was a young fella that got down to 20 and froze the pipes one time. 20 degrees ain't even cold in Maine. That's just like spring day. You start talking about some serious cold when you live in a place like that. Alrighty then. So here's my little light. So what I'll do is I'll pull a drop cord around from the timer. That way that light will come on at night when
what are you doing?
I'm over here. I'm over. You talking to me or Charlie?
Huh?
You talking to me or Charlie?
Charlie.
Oh, okay. Where is he?
He didn't wait for me this time.
Oh, he ran off. That's the way he is, you know. That's the way he is. He'll run off.
He needs to run down. He ran all the way down.
Yeah.
Have you been down there lately? Have you seen like a big animal has rooted or something in the path?
I was down there today.
Okay.
And I took a video of that, and I'm going to show all the YouTubers. Because I don't know. I was trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah, it's something big.
Well, whatever it is, it did a lot of.
Yeah.
It did a lot, you know.
It did.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much a possum can do, but I've heard a lot about boar hogs, but I always thought a boar hog could like dig up a stump or something, but I don't know if that's a boar hog or a possum or what.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I thought I saw some like paw prints.
I'm like, huh.
And I was trying to see if I could make out what I was looking at on the ground there, because it looked kind of like some kind of prints, animal prints, but I couldn't quite see enough to get a clear idea of what I was looking at. Well, the wind keeps blowing it over.
Right.
So my thinking is that I could get it to get, you know, it don't have anything to hold it up.
No.
So even a little something would be better than nothing. So that's what I've done here. I done fashioned up a little something to hold it all. Yeah. Alright, I think that should do pretty good. Yeah. Good. I got a timer over there I was talking about, and the timer kind of quit working. It's got to where when I plug it in, it should stay on for a certain number of hours, and instead it goes off. So I'm not sure what's causing that, but I'm going to have to, you know, probably get a new timer. And what's going to need to happen is it doesn't wind up coming on again the next night like it should if it's working right. So I think this here part's good enough. I'll go ahead and go grab a drop cord, bring it around here, and hook to that light.